My name is Andy Otero, like you said.
Hi, Andy.
Thank you very much. Hi to you. I've been in the military now. I just went over 32 years in the Air Force.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
It's been my pleasure. And a long time ago, I've always been inspiring and motivating and empowering individuals, my troops and such. So long time ago, I heard the phrase, "It is what it is." Okay. I didn't like that phrase. It was a defeatist attitude, one in which you had no control over any given situation. And it was easy to deflect and blame others for your situation. So at that time, I would tell my troops or civilians or whomever I was talking to, it's not "it is what it is." It is what you make it. And I started using "it is what you make it" throughout. And then fast forward to 2.5 years ago, I had a double bypass. So I'm there laying in bed in the hospital, and God got me through it, and prayers got me through it, but I believe that God helps those who help themselves. So I was there laying in bed and said, you know what, I came pretty close to death. And how can I leave this world better off than when I came into it? So I said, you know what, I'm pretty passionate about "it is what you make it." I want to empower people. And what more empowering than eagle wings coming down on its prey? So, plus I'm in the Air Force, so I'm partial to eagle wings. So I'm partial to eagle wings. So I put it all together and said, you know what? If you live and believe and it is what you make it, you get empowered, you get these wings, you can soar as high and as far as you want to go. The whole purpose is to inspire, motivate, and empower individuals to get a personal responsibility mindset. And with that mindset, allow them to understand that they have more control over any given situation than they give themselves credit for.
Nice.
So basically, the words, I trademarked it. It is what you make it. And it's simple, but yet empowering. And that's my whole goal, is to get, it applies to any situation, right? It applies to relationships. It applies to work, education. It applies to health, fitness. So we can use it specifically to address certain situations. Mm-hmm. So "it is what you make it" is what I said, what's the easiest way to get it out to people? So I put it on shirts. I have I have different shirts. This is the Razorback tank top that I've been asked for so much by women so they can work out in. It's a tri-blend material. It comes in 3 colors. You can see them at isiswhatyoumakeit.win, and each item comes with a tag, its own tag, with a mission statement, and you can use it as a bookmark afterwards.
Oh, nice.
And it's a constant reminder that it is what you make it. I'm trying to, I just mentioned this earlier on Facebook. I said, why continue to pay the high prices for somebody to ask you, hey, how does that make you feel? When you can actually just use these 6 words and be able to feel what you want to feel, when you want to feel it. And it is what you make it. You have more control over any given situation. Yeah. So that's basically it, and in a nutshell.
Right. It's a message that shows that you're in charge.
Absolutely.
Of anything. And like we were discussing before, I love how the message is on the actual clothing, because some of us just need a constant reminder.
Absolutely.
That we are in charge. We all have a lot going on. And sometimes with so much going on, we get lost in everything. And sometimes you just need that message in front of your face.
Absolutely. It's
you're in charge. You've got this.
I wrote on Facebook the other day also, I said, you know what? The first thing you should do every morning is look in that mirror and look at that beautiful reflection looking back at you and say, it is what you make it. Point at it and say, it is what you make it. And just empower yourself. Because honestly, nobody can make you happy. Nobody can make you mad. Nobody can make you sad. It's all on how you think of that situation, whether it's going to make you happy, mad, or sad. If somebody cuts you off, you can say, oh, that SOB cut me off, and you get mad. Or you can say, oh, he must be in a hurry to go see his mom at the hospital. However we look at the situation is whether it's going to be, we're going to get mad, sad, or happy. And the situation doesn't dictate our reaction. If it would be so, then we would all react the same way to any given situation.
Right.
So it's how we process that situation that allows us to be happy, mad, sad, or whatever.
However, right, the effect of that action.
Absolutely.
And one important thing you also said, and which is like the message also behind the brand, is ownership, personal responsibility.
Absolutely.
And that's something huge when it comes to making that decision, and it is what you own it.
Yeah.
Sometimes even when you're in a terrible situation, taking that responsibility, at that point can change that whole situation and make it a better situation.
And you're absolutely right, Joey. And what happens is there's been a negative connotation to personal responsibility. Oh, you got to take personal responsibility for your actions. It's not a bad thing.
You're right.
Everything
yes.
is like negative. No, it's a good thing. I mean, people that work out are taking a positive, personal responsibility for their health. People that are working are taking a personal responsibility for their livelihood, for their family to provide. So it's not a negative thing. It should be a positive thing. Owning your responsibility and being personal responsible should be a positive thing.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, who can benefit from your products, from your message?
Well, like I said earlier, I believe that everybody can benefit, right? Mm-hmm. Because everybody in a relationship, anybody going to school, starting a new job, it is what you make it, allows them to understand that they're in control. Yeah, there's things that people tell me, oh, you can't control this, you can't control that. But everything, if you think about it, everything is controllable on how we deal with it, mm-hmm. right? Whether death, a big one is death. People will come up to me and say, well, you can't control death. Well, you can't control it, but you can control how you live,
right.
And then that'll dictate, not running into the middle of the street in front of a Mack truck. That will control, right. Not dying from getting run over. So, but in a nutshell, yes, it applies to anybody and everybody. And what I essentially want to do is I have backpacks also that it is what you make a backpack, empowered. It's good. I have a smaller size also for your kids. As a matter of fact, we're going to be donating some to school-age kids that
nice.
For single mother or single mm-hmm. parents that can't afford it. We're going to load them up with some crayons and some whatever types of school supplies that they need. So those will be out here soon. And those are a smaller bag for smaller kids. And I've also I sponsored the Miami Heat wheelchair team. It was incredible. Those how empowering is that? No problem. Just watch them, and it's just empowering. So I sponsored them. I also sponsored the Miami Down Syndrome Association. They had a soccer day, and they took them all out there for individual kids with Down syndrome, and it was great. It was great at a time. It is what you make it. They're empowering. And that's what we want to do. We want to reach out to everyone and get that mindset started early, so when they do get to situations where they have to make these decisions, they know that they have to own them, and that they know that they're in control.
It's true. And what's also the special connection here is that the person who connected us, I want to bring up Lauren real fast.
Oh, please do.
Lauren is who connected us, and also she made the connection for you to be on our show. And she's one, before you came in here, we were talking out in the waiting room, and she's just absolutely inspiring. She talk about to give you that feel of empowerment, and you can achieve anything. And you guys know Lauren. She's also a graduate here from Connecticut School of Broadcasting, but she was born with MS.
Yes.
And the things she can do, and she rocks it. It's mm-hmm. not like... like I said, there was just from one time of me seeing her. This is the board. This is where I was talking about. She sat here at this soundboard, okay, and had to maneuver the different levels at the same time with talking in between music. And like I said, and in each of our classes, it's always one girl. And she was that girl. So the pressure's on.
Right.
The pressure's always on. And we have to do it in front of each other. And like I said, she was the first one to sit down in that chair and just go for it, and did a great job. And after all the guys came in and everybody was like, I can't do this, and she just looked at him and said, I did it,
Yeah, no, she's awesome, huh?
First one in, last one out.
Yeah.
I met her at, and we were talking about this, I met her at the gym that she goes to, and I was selling my shirts and talking to people about the shirt, about it is what you make it. And I see her walk in, and she's with her mom and a couple of trainers. And she goes, and I'm speaking to people, and I look over, and I see her get on a machine, and she is killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, she is just killing that machine. And it's like, I'm like, you know, what do people have to complain about?
Right.
It is what you make it. She epitomizes it is what you make it.
So again, these make great. Show us again. Show us. Show us the
I have-
shirts right now.
Well, the one that I'm wearing is a long sleeve. It has the "It is what you make it" on the front, and then also in the back it has the larger wings. I don't know if you can see it.
Wings. We can see your wings. Yep, we can see your wings.
All right. It is what you make it. And it doesn't only help you, but it helps the person standing behind you in line. You know, if you're in a long line at Disney, you know, it's helping
Yeah.
other people. It is what you make it. Don't complain about the line.
The person's getting so mad about the line,
Yeah.
and you know what? They see that message, and you know what? Sometimes, like I said, you just need that message in front of you just to be like, okay, you know what? There, you know, let me just chill out here.
and like we spoke about earlier, it's not only that, but it's similar. Wearing the shirt is similar to having that bumper sticker on the back of your car that says "How's my driving?" You know, you're that accountability. You know, you're accountable to yourself. So yeah, your driving is going to be a lot better if it has a phone number that they can call and you know and complain about you. This is accountability to yourself, knowing that it is what you make it, and no complaints, no, you know, whatever the situation is, it is what you make it. You think about the situation, and you can get mad or you can get happy, but it is ultimately what you make it.
It's in
And
your
then
control.
every shirt has, and every gear, all the gear has empowered on it, because that's the key thing. So anyway, so that's mainly what we have. I started November 1st, and I've gotten like a lot of support, and a lot of people have gone on and gotten their gear, and we're doing our part. I believe I'm doing my part to help make this world better off than when I came into it. So and that's it. And I love the opportunity to share that with your audience.
Yes.
And they can go to isiswhatyoumakeit.win. And
we have it right down here, right under him. Let me go ahead again. I've had it under you as well. We've got Andy, but right under here, yes, right down there.
Say it one more time.
your
Say it one more
website.
time.
isiswhatyoumakeit.win.
There it is, and he's right there. And again, and these make great gifts for all year round. I mean, if you like to work out, these are great items. We're here in South Florida, so those are nice items just to even beach it. They also make great birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, holiday gifts.
If you're going on the water, we're coming out with another style where it's more fish,
Right.
you know, more boating friendly, where they'll have some type of boating design on it, but nevertheless the message is still the same. It is what you make it. Even if you're out there boating, and you know, it is what you make it. If you're not catching anything, you know, it is what you make it. You can make it a nice time. You can drink your beer. You can, you know, responsibly, and you know, you can you can yeah.
It's a great message, and you know what? What's also
message,
great?
Andy.
It is,
Thank you.
and then also the book bags, like for school. It's really a great message that needs to be. I wish the school board would invest in these backpacks.
You know, I agree with you. If all the kids would have that in their mind, repeat it over
They
and over
need new
again,
messages.
it is what you make it.
They need new, more positive messages that, you know, are the cool thing, and you know, something like that is definitely a great idea and the right idea. So again, book bags. What other type of products? We got book bags.
We have yoga pants that
Nice.
have the empowered on the side, and it has the "It is what you make it" wings on the front. And then we have the book bags. We have the long sleeve, short sleeve, and yeah, they can definitely go on the website and look. And for your audience, if you go on there, there's a code you can use.
Yes.
Gift 10.
Yes.
Gift 10. You see
Cheryl
that?
just posted it. Cheryl just posted it in
Oh.
our comments. So if you look on our comment section on Facebook, there's a message from Cheryl Otero. And like she said, go ahead. It's gift 10 and get 10% off.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And Andy, it was such
you
a pleasure
serious?
to have you here.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It was my pleasure to be here and help me share the.
Make Now Trending Live a part of your Monday routine. Join us for discussions on top trending topics such as news, sports, and much more. every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh yeah, and like us on Facebook and Twitter at Now Trending Live for important updates, events, and prize giveaways.
Give me a hell yeah!